Good morning. This video is brought to you by Trapline Transport. Serving BC to Quebec, Canada with regional and long-haul Super B flat deck freight. With Trapline, you can expect fast, efficient, and honest service. Trapline is a new name to the industry with a team that has many years of experience behind it. Our team will transport your valuable products across Western Canada with the skill and experience you expect and can count on. We want you to be satisfied with our work, which is why we provide open communication channels where we will update you through each process, from arranging a shipment to delivery to your door. Head over to traplinetransport.ca and get a free quote right now. How are you guys doing today? We are in Princeton along the Smilkameen River. Welcome to Princeton. I guess we're not into Princeton yet. But Smilkameen River, a little bit of snow around. It's plus 2 degrees Celsius. Definitely chilly, chilly, chilly. Brr. It is pretty though. It is pretty. So we'll leave Princeton westbound and climb Mine Hill towards Sunday Summit. We'll see how that goes. Have all 3 of our cameras forward facing today. Hammer down. All right, it's been cloudy all day and kind of miserable weather, but it seems to be clearing up a little bit. So I think we can get away with forward-facing cameras. They're not going to eat all the muck on the road. It is, I don't know what time it is. My radio clock is still loaded. I do notice in the cold weather the batteries don't last quite as long. We can't do like an hour-and-a-half video. About 50 minutes they start going dead, so I can't do a back-to-back video type of thing. But that's okay. Just a little extra work if I want to shoot a second video in a day. It's 2:51. It is 2:51 p.m. So I guess it's not the morning. Jess is not here to tell me that it's not the morning, so it's going to be the morning. So good morning, everyone. Unless it's not morning for you. We came through Princeton last week, but we started recording in Headley. I'm like, you know what? It's starting to get late enough. I need to shoot a video now, and the sky is sort of cleared up. Now is the time for a video, or else it'll be a nighttime one. And I know you guys are asking for nighttime ones. I just need to get the perfect setup. I need to get my camera set up so that when the perfect nighttime situation happens where it'll make a decent video, I can just hit record and go. Engine brakes. We have a super heavy load. Super duper heavy load. This is going to be a hard climb. Oh, looks like the Popo got somebody on the side street there. Cross over the Smilkameen River here as we come into town. And the second we leave town, well, I guess still in town, we start our hard climbs. Sound like a curler there. Hard! Okay, that was bad. I need to watch more curling. As a Canadian, I need to watch more curling. Go. Popular place for big rigs to pull over and spend the night over here on the left hand side. You got yourself a convenience gas station, convenience store gas station, plus an A&W, and then across the street you've got a Dairy Queen and a liquor store, and then some pubs and a family restaurant, walking distance, I think a Subway. So it's you can only get like 5-6 trucks into that yard, but that yard fills up quickly with trucks. Oh wait, is the Subway gone? Oh, there's still a Subway there. Never mind, it's still there. It's still there. Esso card lock if you have a card for Esso. We run just on Esso card locks, so. Jess's seat set up just right so it doesn't vibrate the whole time. What do you guys think of those Cybertrucks? I would love to try driving one, but I sure as heck wouldn't own one of those ugly ducklings. I think they're ugly. So ugly. But I would love to try one. I think the only reason I could see buying one of those trucks is the same reason you would buy a Hummer. Is a look at me, put your store advertising on the side of the truck. Look at me, I'm different. Read my advertising, come visit my store. That's the only reason I can think of buying something like that. Unless your ego's the type of person that, look at me, look at me. You know, one of those people that chats in online on all caps and just wants to brag about themselves everywhere they go. Yeah, one of those people. They would buy those type of vehicles too. Doing 38 kilometers an hour on these hills. The speed limit has been 60, so, but it's just jumped up to 80. So after this little narrow section, I'll turn my four-way flashers on until we're done climbing this first bit. And then we'll have to start climbing. Then we get a little flat section, get a little dip valley to go through. And then we gotta climb Mine Hill. Kind of get these little breaks. Get a hard climb, then a break, and then a hard climb, and then a break, and then a hard climb, and then a break, and then a hard descent. Well, it's now 1.5 degrees Celsius outside. Cooling off a little bit as we climb. Let's put our four-ways on. Somebody's gonna troll me in here again and go, hey man, you forgot your signal light. So one of you's gonna troll me and you guys are gonna get my generic answer because I'm gonna forget that I brought it up. You guys remember it. Bugs me to all end. Someone's gonna do it in the comments. Hey, you forgot your signal light. And I'm gonna respond that in British Columbia, it is a legal requirement to have your four-way flashers going when you're a slow-moving vehicle. And then you're just gonna respond back, I was just trolling you. And I'm like, oh yeah, right. I forgot that that happened. That's what's going to happen, I guarantee you. Because this video was shot 2 weeks ago. I forgot that I talked about this. I forgot what I talked about yesterday, let alone 2 weeks ago. I get the question every now and then, why? Why 2 weeks ago? Why not, live? There's a couple of reasons. I can't go live. Unless I got Starlink, then I could go live. So there's actually two main reasons, but we'll dig into the why we can't go live on a actual physical reason. Is there's no cell phone service up here. There might be enough cell phone service to make a phone call or send a text, but to do a live stream, it just doesn't work. We've tried a couple times. Doesn't work. Just doesn't work. There's just no go. I think once we figure out the microphone situation, which we're working on that actively, where everything takes time. It takes so much, well, actually, you know what, it's less about time and it's more about money. I've lost so much money on this channel with cameras and microphones. And every time we find something new that's better, it's better, but there's always more to improve, right? You're never happy. You're like, okay, yes, we've got an improvement, but you always want a little more. It's like, okay, we got to improve on that. But the other reason I wouldn't live stream on a regular basis, even with Starlink. Maybe with Starlink I would do a live stream this time of day, but I wouldn't tell you guys where the load's going and where I'm going to be sleeping overnight. I've got Jess with me often enough. I don't want you guys to know where I'm sleeping. 99% of you guys I'd have no problem with you guys knowing where I'm sleeping, spending the night. Out of those 99%, 1% of those will come and meet me and say hi. No problem with that. Don't invite me out for coffee. I don't do coffee. I don't do social gatherings. I'm not a people person. There's a reason I'm in a truck. I don't like people. Come and say hi? Absolutely. If I have a magnet or sticker on me, I'll give that to you. Perfectly acceptable. But there is that last 1% of people out there, maybe less than 1%, maybe it's a 0.1%. You guys are creepy. Why are you coming and knocking on our door when we're sleeping? Why are you watching where I'm driving and pinpointing exactly where you saw me and just within no. There's some of you that are a little creepy. And you know what? I don't even think you guys are creepy on purpose. You're just such people persons. You don't know that you're being creepy. You're just so outgoing, so everybody wants to talk with me. You want to talk to everybody, so you assume everybody wants to talk to you. Four-way flashers off. Get a little break from climbing. I have a vibration. Where's my vibration? Is it my water bottle? That's my water bottle, I think. So, yeah, I'm not going live. Maybe we would go live in the future once in a while, but not on a regular basis. maybe that would be a way of bringing back Wednesday videos, or maybe even do 3 videos that are not live and then 2 videos that are live, because then there's no editing. There's no camera switching, no editing. Oh, I wonder if you could do camera switching while live. Run the cameras through a laptop somehow and have somebody on the laptop, like Jess as the passenger seat, be able to switch cameras while on live stream. That'd be super neat. But that's way in the future, if ever. No, there's still some kind of vibration. Find all these new vibrations when you turn the radio off. Here comes that bumpy section. I found the best place for these bumps now is nearest the shoulder. It's getting so bad further in the center. Nearest the shoulder is the best, but it's still bad. It's still bad. Then you really need to dig up the whole road there and just get rid of whatever's soft under the ground, under the pavement. There's Mine Hill ahead of us. Some of you guys might have seen the man-made hill there already. 0 degrees Celsius. It's starting to get cold. I mean, it was cold already. So I did bring the load cam back, not just for the clear roads, but I broke the mount. The clip that you click the camera mount in broke. I took the time to finally fix that, so that's nice. This one is a metal mount this time, instead of a plastic mount, so bought them online. I got 2 of them, so there's another one I can screw into anywhere. If it's a cheap wood load that I'm allowed to put holes into the load, I could mount a camera anywhere on the load now. So they came in a pack of 2. I'm like, perfect. We'll put one on the load mount, and then have a backup that I could screw on anywhere on the load where I want to. Pickup with the missing wheels is still there. Here we go. I guess that was Whipsaw behind us. Just the Whipsaw trail over there behind us. So I always called this Mine Hill climb. I think a lot of drivers call this the Whipsaw. So if you hear somebody talk about Whipsaw or Mine Hill on Highway 3, they're talking about this climb. Put our faraway flashers on. Earlier I was saying this load is super heavy. We're at half a tank of fuel. We're barely legal. Actually, the fact that Jess stays home makes the load more legal than it was before. It is right on the line of being max weight, so My drives are max weight, my bridge is max weight, and my pup is max weight. It's one of the heaviest loads I'm legally allowed to carry. And it's tall. It is top heavy. I gotta take her easy around corners because I'm paranoid I'm gonna flip the thing over. So the whole time I'm driving slower around corners. Left home a little earlier because I knew I was not going to be making good time up and over these passes. Kind of beautiful though, even if it's overcast here. I was hoping for blue skies because blue skies make the snow driving just so beautiful. But hopefully you guys enjoy this, even though there isn't blue skies. Noticed a lot of you guys have been subscribing, which I really appreciate. YouTube must have done some kind of house cleaning this weekend because I lost a ton of subscribers all in one shot, and then people, keep trickling up like normal. I'm like, YouTube must have done a house cleaning, got rid of bots and bad accounts, double accounts, fake accounts, scammy accounts. Unfortunately, every time they do that, a bunch of you guys get unsubscribed as well because the AI algorithm sometimes picks the wrong people to unsubscribe. So wouldn't hurt if you guys double check to make sure you're still subscribed. Because it's about 70% of you guys that watch my videos are not actually subscribed. It'd be pretty cool if you guys all subscribe. Imagine a 70% increase in subscribers. It'd be amazing. I would have to blush. Yeah, roads are starting to get wet here. Hopefully they're not too wet. Our forward-facing cameras stay clear. The road has got quite a bit of gravel on it, and we're super heavy. The roads are not slippery, but I am going to turn the lockers on. With the gravel on the road, the sand on the road, I have a reduced traction, and with a load this heavy, might as well just turn the lockers on and have that extra traction. We're down to 26 kilometers an hour. This isn't even the steepest section. Full throttle, a little engine that could. We can do it. I like running closer to the shoulder here to give you guys a better view over the side of the cliff. We were just down there. We were just down there. Climb, baby, climb. 24 kilometers an hour. We're on an 8% grade. Smith, based out of Penticton. I've thought of working for them. I applied for a job there, but I had zero experience driving when I applied, so I don't blame them for not hiring me. I always consider this the steepest section right here. 23 kilometers an hour, 22 kilometers an hour, we're going to shift, 21 kilometers an hour, 20, 19, 18, 19. I'm sure that's like a 9% grade, at least a 8.5%, just that little section there. $20 kilometers an hour, 21, 22, 23. Now it kind of just stays at the 8% here for a good long distance. We're max weight, the heaviest I can ever go, and we're catching up with another big rig, and I only have 500 horsepower. I'm sure that's an Aero truck in front of me. I don't know how many horsepower they run, but I'm pretty confident that his truck is going to have an extra axle, one more axle than I do, and his pup is probably going to have an extra axle too. So he can load quite a bit heavier than me. If he has two extra axles, that would be, so I do 17,000, he does 24. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14,000 kilograms heavier than I am. Even if he has more horsepower than me, that's 14,000 extra kilogram. It's a lot of extra weight. Extra 30,000 pounds heavier than I am. Because I can carry 5,500 kilogram on my steers and then 17,000 on my drives. He is going to be able to carry 24,000 on his drives, plus 24,000 on his bridge, plus 24,000 on his pup. So that's 77,500 kilograms. So his gross weight. Okay, take this, guys. Those of you guys running in the US, take this crazy number. If I'm right that he has tries on his truck and on his bridge and on his pup, he can carry 170,000 pounds. If he has a wide steer tires, even more. I'm not going to be able to pass him because he's going to gain speed here as it gets flat. So those of you guys running US thinking 80,000 pounds is heavy, the dude in front of me is hitting almost 171,000 pounds. They come out of the mine. I'm not sure where they transport it to. Where's the refinery? Where does it get all melted down? Melted down and purified. Almost said pureed. -1 degree Celsius outside. Some fog. There go the outside cameras. Oh. That's okay. We're 40 minutes into there. Not quite, but yeah, we're well into this video. %90 of people watching the beginning of this video have left by now. How many of you guys are the 10%ers? Who are the 10%ers? Which 10% of you guys are still here? The number's actually less than 10%. It's more like 7-point-something%. I should call you guys the 7%ers. The lucky 7%ers that make it past half an hour. We should do something special for the 7%ers, right? Alright, four-way flashers off. Now every time we go downhill, I have to remember I am super duper heavy. I'm going to be a runaway truck much easier. Hey, a little bit of sunlight forcing its way through the fog there. Oh, this isn't fog. This is smoke. This is smoke. I smell the smoke. They're burning slag. Basically bark and rotten trees. Burning that for burning the fuel to prevent forest fires. Control little burns. When I say little burns, these fires are like 4 stories tall. They make these huge stacks out of this wood and then light it on fire. Just massive fires. And they burn them when there's snow around, and that way you don't cause a forest fire. A car is coming around the corner. No car. Just a little bit too late, car. Don't worry, there's another passing lane coming. Don't do anything silly. Doesn't smell like smoke anymore. Maybe it's a combination of smoke and fog. Or maybe I'm just used to the smoke smell. But I'm not getting any droplets on my window, so maybe the cameras will do okay through this. Oh, Jess was watching a video about camera lenses and all the special stuff you can put on the camera lenses to make the rain bead off, like Rain X and like everything you could think of to make and he went through all these different things. Floor wax. Put floor wax on, buffed it out really nice and smooth. It was a lot of work to get it buffed to nice and clear lens, and it just made water bead right off. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna probably buy a backup lens just in case I mess it up. You can replace the lenses on these cameras for a fairly cheap price. I'm gonna buy maybe some backup lenses. Some of these have scratches on them already, but luckily they're not affecting the image quality yet. You get some backup clear lenses. Put some floor wax on one of the old ones and wax it right up and see how it does outside in the rain and in the snow. It might do much better. One car is so close to behind me, they may as well be part of me. But at the speed we're going, I don't see myself slamming in the brakes for any reason. But if I had to stop, there's no way, even at 30 kilometers an hour, they're stopping in time. They are, I would be their hood ornament if I stopped. I wonder how many cars are yelling in their car. The speed limit says suggested 50. Why are you doing 30? How many people do not understand that we're going as fast as we can? I don't know if you guys remember this car. I don't know if we talked about it. The car smashed the median. Now the window's broken. Anytime where you leave a car abandoned, someone's going to break your window and steal everything inside of it. So if you have to leave your vehicle abandoned, roll down a window, let people go in there and explore it on themselves, and maybe roll down a window that is going to do less weather damage to your seats. Maybe a rear window, and maybe leave the doors unlocked. Because people are going to go through there and steal anything that's in there anyway. You know, when we were visiting Oregon, we cleared everything out of the vehicle and then just left the doors unlocked. Like, we know this is a super high crime rate. People get their cars broken into at hotels. We picked one of the best hotels that had the least break-ins. Went to one of those that had night security that drove around, and then left the doors unlocked. It's like, feel free to come into our vehicle and explore. If they sleep in our vehicle, oh well. Hopefully they don't make it too big of a mess. At least they didn't break a window or a door. That's kind of magical, isn't it? The sun through the fog like that. heavy tanker going up Copper Road is the road that goes to the mine. It's a fairly narrow road, so they call out kilometer markers how far they are up or going down the road. Oh, that's kind of cool. It looks like the sky's on fire. There's definitely smoke in there. So the sky kind of is on fire. There's definitely smoke in there. Yeah, for sure 100% smoke is making that beautiful orange color. I realize I'm speeding. Told you this heavy load. Don't pay attention to your speedometer for a couple of seconds, all of a sudden you're speeding down a hill. Just gravity just wants to pull it down. Don't worry, as soon as I'm going uphill here, all the speed will be gone. In fact, I'm giving it a little throttle. Minus 3 degrees Celsius. Here comes the passing zone up to Sunday Summit. We are out of the fog, but I think the cameras do have some fog on them, so they're still blurry. So I guess we're stuck with dash cam till Sunday Summit here. We'll call it a day here. Princeton to Sunday Summit. One of these days I'll get to continue from Sunday Summit down into Manning Park. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was kind of fun. It's kind of unique for me when you get weather that's a little different than normal. I like different. I've been running so much Highway 3. I'm getting bored of Highway 3. It's always nice when Highway 3 throws a surprise at you and makes the weather a little different. Sunday Summit brake check. I'm out of here. You guys absolutely rock.